another level. I'm on another level. I'm on another level. I'm on another level. I'm on another level.
Welcome back. It's a new week, baby. Oh, yes. We live. I don't care how random you thought that was. This is why you tune in. You here. This is the Next Level Limit podcast. I'm talking about your favorite podcast.
Yep.
Favorite podcast.
Facts.
I'm going to keep going. This is ranked number one podcast amongst people who watch podcasts. Podcasts. He said, why am I yelling?
I'm going to just say, I'm
Podcasts.
sorry.
Everything is about.
Hey, so shout
I'm
out to
apologizing to the people who are listening to this
for
because
Eddie. Sorry,
their
Eddie.
ears are all messed up at
Bruh,
this
our
point.
sound engineer, Eddie, hopefully you can work something because I don't know
Muffle
why he yelling. If he can't handle this role and do right, I'm going to have to start having Crystal open it up. No, we don't operate off feelings. It's all facts. But I appreciate your energy, though, Mike. I'd rather you have that energy than not. So go ahead and introduce your co-host.
Y'all just introduced yourself. Like you just literally.
Hey, K-Hart, how you feeling? How you feeling, cuz?
No, you
What's up,
literally
K-Hart?
just took my spot and told me I was on probation of being
No,
fired.
I didn't say
and then
that.
told me to go
I
back
didn't
and do
say
it
that.
again.
Bro, you
in
my
front
dog.
of viewers.
No.
Y'all,
Is it rolling? I didn't even know,
is
dog.
this
You my
rolling?
guy.
Oh, we rolling?
First of all, y'all.
K-Hart, how you
I
feeling?
got you.
I'm feeling good.
Good.
I'm a little bit goofy right now, so I don't know how long this is going to last.
Because
but
it be Mike.
yeah.
Only because your energy brings out
I
the
think,
love and life in
it
people,
does.
bro.
It brings out the light in me.
It's hard for people to be in a bad mood.
Chris,
around Mike.
I need you not to
No,
side
but that's
with him.
true. It's hard for people to be in a
for
bad mood around you.
I'd be angry
true.
sometimes. Mike come around,
No,
I'd
for
be
real.
like, all right. You know what I'm saying? That's my dog.
It was the head wiggle for me. I was like, when
Aight.
did this turn to tell each other? This is shit.
Oh, that's what we doing?
I mean, like, the show make you happy. The show.
So right here.
Oh, here we go.
Right here.
All right.
Yeah, man. So I'm excited. Thanks for asking how I'm doing, man. I'm blessed, bro. This is the pre-Thanksgiving episode. Just so y'all know, we are gonna take Thanksgiving off before y'all get super deep. Like I get, the origins of Thanksgiving. We still gonna eat good with our families and our loved ones. We ain't necessarily celebrating colonization and the pain, that we went through. But we are going to make sure that we are, connecting with our family. So we will not be dropping an episode next week. So this is your pre-one. And what I wanted to do, man, is I wanted to kind of talk about, what are we thankful for? You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
I'm
Who
thankful
wants
for
to go
Mike's
first?
beard.
Okay.
And I'm thankful for your triceps.
Sounds like I'm going to be going first.
I'm thankful for your triceps, Jay.
Every time you do that, I feel...
I know you do. And that's what I like it.
K-Hart,
Because
go
the
ahead.
shirts don't go down that far.
Oh my
Intentionally.
gosh.
Because you knew
Okay.
you had triceps when you ordered them.
Okay, so hold on. First of all, let's
Yeah.
let's
What you thankful
get our
for?
environment settled.
Are you thankful for your curls? Okay.
Oh, you
Don't
know
you know
what?
them things are silky?
I hadn't
Like,
thought about that this year.
what? Hello, hair growth. Hello.
No, okay. So this year specifically, I am grateful for, and I say this because I'm still upset about having to learn different lessons this year, but I'm grateful that I've overcome some and I'm still going through others because I feel the growth. It's very uncomfortable, but I know that I see a better version of myself than when I started this year. I'm able to communicate a lot more effectively when it comes to what I will and will not, allow to persist in my life. I'm able to see where I've been and operating off of like zero energy and know that I have to cut out other things in order to preserve myself, because at the end of the day, I can show up for everybody else, but I don't necessarily have that for myself, especially in LA. I'm so far away from my family. And so it's like I can tap in with y'all, but being in the same environment, being able to hug on y'all and all that stuff, it feels different. So I have to do that for myself, especially being away from y'all until I get back to y'all, because I know once I get here, it's good. But in addition to that, like career, a lot of things have just transformed this year in ways that I didn't even see coming. And so I'm grateful for all the lessons that I've learned. I'm grateful for, I'm grateful for the uncomfortable growth that I've had. But in addition to that, I'm always thankful for my family and how close we've gotten over the years. Yeah.
What's that uncomfortable growth doing for you though? Because you said uncomfortable growth, so it could just be, an uncomfortable season. But you specifically said uncomfortable growth, so it's obvious that you're growing through it. So can you kind of maybe elaborate a little bit more on that?
So I was in a comfort zone without going into exactly what it is. Mm-hmm. I was in a comfort zone for so long thinking I had to find different ways to make a particular situation work. And it was like, no, it comes to a point where it's not about the situation working. It is about you having outgrown that situation and you still want to stay planted in the same spot. Mm. And so for me, it's uncomfortable because I like the pot I'm in. Like, I enjoy it here. I like the placement. I like where the sun falls. But my roots can't grow any further past where I am right now. Mm. And I'm starting to wither away because I'm not able to nourish the parts of me that are ready to grow. And so it's uncomfortable because I don't necessarily want to uproot and move to another plant. But essentially, that's what I have to do for myself in order to go to that next level. Mm. And so it's very uncomfortable because I'm used to my comfort zone. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's deep. So it sounds like you're in a place of transition.
Yeah.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Frustrating. Yeah. Irritating. Yeah, but you'll grow from it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're grateful for that.
I'm grateful for that.
Yeah. Mike, talk to me.
I'm grateful for family.
You grateful for them Chiefs, my boy?
You feel me?
I feel you.
You see
dog.
Patty? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, don't forget about my QB, the Patty melt. You feel me? Anyway, Patrick Mahomes, definitely thankful for my football team. Bro, I'm thankful for God helping me with my struggle and my addiction to sports. God has literally been making people that I love like turn out to be crappy teams because he knows that I wouldn't stop watching them without it. The Lakers are trash, bro. Like trash. And I love LeBron James, like y'all know. And I be sitting here trying to stay up late and watch this stuff, fighting sleep, exhausted, trying to do something that you've been saying for a long time. Like, bro, this don't pour back into you. Like, this don't serve you no purpose. Like, you need to be your best self. Like, put yourself first. And I struggle with it because of the comfort that sports has given me over so much time. But, bro, it makes it so much easier to go to bed when you know your team's going to lose every night. Mm. Every night we know it's going to lose. And so what now I'm saying that not only them, but I was losing on my opportunity to grow because I kept investing in a winless activity.
That's deep.
Bro, it hit different.
You weren't even trying to be deep.
I wasn't even trying. In fact,
you was just deep.
Talk, man. Thank you, bro. Give
That's
me an air
word,
pound.
bro.
I know you like them for sure. There you
Not
go.
The high five one.
No. The pound is cool. Yeah. But bro, but I'm really, really like grateful for family, man. And I mean like our podcast family, the Next Level Living podcast family. And I want to say that specifically because I am grateful for our Next Level Living Speakers Academy. I am grateful for the speakers conference and the elite. But our podcast family is special to me. And we've grown over this past year and some change just in our bond with each other, our support of one another. We've had people come in, people transition out. And I just feel like it's just, God is just keep taking us to our next level. Right. You know what I'm saying? And just for everybody that's represented here, you know, I look in the background and I see my sister Ebony. Like, I love her to death. Like, I look at my sis Sophie and I'm just so inspired by them. And I love them. Tracy's upstairs and the kids. And it's just like, even behind the scenes, Deani and Jeremiah, you know, Stefan, who's not able to be here right now. And Chris, of course, Crump and Next Level Nick, like just different, you know what I'm saying? But to be able to just be here with y'all, like y'all are blessed from what God has allowed us to speak to y'all, but y'all understand how blessed we are about everything that comes and is represented as a result of this podcast. And I'm just, man, I'm really grateful. This podcast has literally not just changed my life, but it's constantly changing. And accountability, growing me, helping me to be my best self. The love that I feel, the safety that is present every time we speak, it's different, man. So I am thankful for my immediate family and so, but I'm intentionally reflecting and just want to say how much I'm thankful for our podcast family, man.
Yeah, I love it. That's deep. I'll say this, bro. I'm kind of like there where Crystal is. Like, I've had some phenomenal opportunities this year. You know what I'm saying? I got to speak in Australia. You know, the company has been booming, generating, you know what I'm saying, great revenue. We've had our biggest year this year. You know, yep. And I haven't had to travel as much as, you know, I was before. Yeah. And, you know, bringing on Chris and Nick, you know, to handle a lot of the day-to-day has been key. You know, really grateful for some of the different coaches I have. One, my CEO coach, that kind of helping me navigate across the different companies and brands, and just looking forward to kind of growing even more. I just really want to be a good steward with what God, you know, has blessed me with. And you know, like Crystal said, sometimes the things you go through, it challenges you, it stretches you, and it makes you grow. Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, God knows that in order for me to go to the next level, there are going to be some things I have to endure. So even though I'd be like, yo, why I got to go through this? Why I got to be like that? Why can't I receive this or whatever? I be feeling a certain way. God is just like, yo, this is just a part of like who I'm making inside you. Y'all have heard me share on previous episodes. I thought, you know, God was breaking my heart. And he was like, I'm not breaking your heart. I'm building your soul. Like, I'm trying to do something even stronger and deeper inside you. And oftentimes that anointing comes from the crushing. And so I kind of find myself, you know, in the weird space. But I can honestly say that I'm grateful for it. As much as I don't like it, I'm grateful for it. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
It's like my trainer, shout out to KD. It's like he be taking me down through there, but I actually be looking forward to the workshop, the workouts, because I know it's gonna help me reach the goals I have.
Stimulate growth,
as painful as it is, as frustrating as it is, like I be in a full body soaking wet sweat by 10 minutes in. I be exhausted at 15 minutes, and we go for an hour. But I know it's producing something.
Yeah.
So I understand, you know what I'm saying, when the word of God says, like, you know what I'm saying, don't be surprised when fiery trials come your way. Like, I understand when the word of God says, like, you know, count it all joy when you go through persecution and perseverance and all these different things, because it produces perseverance and faith so that you're not lacking nothing. I get that now. So when I look at like what I've been able to experience this last year, I've had some amazing opportunities to host some amazing conferences, to be on some amazing stages. I recently shared the stage with TD Jakes. Like, to be able to do that and to be able to speak, you know, and be able to travel and make the money I make and the impact I make, like, it's a blessing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, but with that also comes the stretching.
Right.
Like, with that also comes the growth. Like, with that also comes the pain. Like, with that also comes some suffering. Like, with that also comes some sadness. And so it's like sometimes we have to be able to process it depending on the season we in. Like, I know people right now that's living in bliss. They like, shoot, I went through a season of blah, 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 but I'm living in bliss right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? But then I know some people that's like, man, I'm getting hit left and right. And it's just like, when is he going to give? And so I'm really grateful that I've been grounded and rooted and know that God is like, though things are not exactly how I wanted, you want it to be, you are extremely blessed. You are favored, right? So let's focus on what is working, son. Let's focus on, you know what I'm saying, like those areas in which you are growing, and watch what I'm doing inside your life through it all.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I'm grateful for that, man. And ready to end the year strong. You know what I'm saying? Like, after this episode, I think we got like 2 weeks, and then we taking a 2-week trip to South Africa. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm really looking forward to that. And, you know what I'm saying, Tracy, the kids, my parents, you know, we all gonna be right there. Delta One, you know what I'm saying? Like, traveling first class, like, just experiencing Johannesburg, Cape Town. You know what I'm saying? We got people on the team. Our people is going to be traveling with us. Leslie's coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like 15 of us that's rolling. And it's crazy because it's like a whole bunch more that want to roll. But it's like, shoot, we trying to sort transportation and housing now. You know what I'm saying? But just to look at, you know, what we're able to experience, man, I'm really grateful for it. And I'm in a place now where I'm like, all right, God, give me that word for next year. Does that make sense? Like, I ain't waiting till January 1. Like, okay, clarify it.
Yeah.
I know 2 years ago, that word was discipline. God was like, in order for you to dominate, you're going to have to be disciplined.
Yeah.
Like, so I was heavy on that in 2020, one. And then 2022, God was like, my word is release. You got to release in order to receive.
That's right.
So what things you need to release in your life so that you can receive those things you're praying for. So now I'm asking God, like, okay, what's going to be that word in 2023? You know what I'm saying? What's that mission? And so I'm ready for it.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to prepare for a new season of crushing. I think that being in a relationship with God and seeing that He uses us or calls us to grow through trials, through pain, through discomfort. It's hard to prepare myself to be like, all right, God, thanks for beating me up this year. I see what it brought out. Man, it's worth it now. Or man, I still trust that it's going to become worth it. And then praying and be like, all right, let's do it all over again. Like,
can I help you with something?
Yeah, please.
Or challenge you as opposed to, man, God, thanks for beating me up this year. Let's switch it to, man, God, thanks for spotting me. You know what I'm saying? Life added some extra plates on the bench press, and it was going to crush me. But thank you, God, for spotting me, because it didn't crush me.
And it still took
break
all my strength.
It didn't break
but
all
I had
my...
no idea how much it would have weighed without you being there.
Oh, come on, bro. Like he said, like my yoke is light. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, so as opposed to, man, God, thanks for kicking my butt. It's like, no. Thank you for spotting me.
That's a word.
Because life will put weights on. Because I'm thinking like, yo, I ain't asked for these plates.
Yeah.
But God is like, but you asked to grow. I'm like, I ain't asked for this weight. And he was like, but you asked for strength.
Yeah.
I'm not going to just sprinkle pixie strength over you. I'm going to have to take you through some valley lows so you can appreciate the mountaintop. You know what I'm saying? And so that just, I'm gonna let you finish, but I just thank you, God, for spotting me, because that weight could have crushed me.
I needed this.
Yeah.
Like I needed that segue, because it's overwhelming when you're only looking at you. What you just showed me was that, bro, God is already looking at the whole situation.
Facts.
You focused on the weight. You're not even realizing that He's keeping you from majority of what you can't even handle.
Come on.
Bro, I'm grateful for that. Like when I say I'm grateful for my family, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
That accountability, that ability to not just be nearsighted, but to have a vision that I can trust God with everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the reason why this is special to me is because the things that we talk about aren't just for our listeners. It's to grow us. I'm growing because I'm uncomfortable. That statement came out of my own discomfort. Like, this is not a planned conversation. Like, I'm literally just being honest about what I'm most afraid of. I have my own fears, and I do not want God to put more on me than I can bear. But He's spotting me.
Yeah.
A spotter is there so that you don't bear more than what you're supposed to.
Right.
So why I'm afraid of what I'm most fearful of, you're already letting me know. Yeah. Mike, He already assessed the weight.
Facts.
He already knew. Like, and while you think you're struggling, while He's spotting you, you have no idea what He's keeping you from.
Yep.
And He's watching you struggle comfortably or safely. Let me say that.
Safely, yeah.
He's safely watching you struggle to make sure that you're able to bear everything He's giving you.
Dog, I talked to
Big. I'm good.
Hey,
That's that.
I talked to Big Shan the other day. Shout out to Shannon Austin at Marriage Inc. on Instagram. I talked to Big Shan and was just kind of sharing my heart. And he was like, but baby bro, think about this.
Yeah.
You would not be as strong as you are if you wasn't in that situation.
So true. Wow.
I'm like, God, but it's been years. He was like, yep, it's been years, it's been tears, but it's also been strength.
Yeah.
It's also been growth.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, man, he was like, do you honestly think you would be where you are today if you wasn't like in this situation? And I was just like, no, you're right. And I realized like that was God's way of saying, I'm preparing you for something bigger.
Yeah.
You know what it's almost like? It's almost like you got, on one of the previous episodes, Duwan, shout out to Duwan, he was talking how Navy SEALs can hold their breath for 30 seconds.
3 minutes and 30 seconds.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Well,
I was on what I
Yeah.
can do.
It's all
was-
good.
No.
I was just like, I think I'm a Navy SEAL.
Yeah.
30 seconds, I can handle it.
I'm a hot.
The three
I'm a
sounded
hot
right.
50 seconds, right?
Ooh.
Yeah, I go 50. Yeah,
It's them abs
So
or triceps. Either way, it's like fins. You know.
What?
I just love Jeremy uncomfortable, y'all. Do y'all understand how much this blesses me when Jeremy's ready to give y'all that Angry Bird vein, and then I just come in and enter? It's all good. Don't worry about it, my dude.
I lost.
Yep,
I lost it.
it's
But
happening.
about to come back.
Okay.
Okay.
Crystal, where was he? Because she's the one
Yeah,
keeping us home.
yeah.
Crystal
Shoot.
got it.
Swimming.
Thank you.
There we go. 30
Thank
seconds.
you. So Navy SEALs. Dang, Mike.
Crystal, I told you.
Big distraction.
Crystal, I'm the colorful one on the episode. I'm color. Crystal is color. Crystal, color. Okay, we just know our. There we go.
No,
okay?
no,
Just-
don't entertain that. Stay right here
Color.
on me,
I did-
right?
she's-
All right, so look. So I think about the Navy SEALs.
Yeah, swim, Jay. Go.
Can I go? Can I get deep now?
Please.
Wait, the
All right.
next.
Please.
Okay, come on.
You ready?
Yes.
You good? Okay, great. So I think about the SEALs, and you think about all that they have to endure. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot. It's painful. You know what I'm saying? And so, but when you look at the early mornings, the bucket of water, the waterboarding, the trying to put the guns together in the mud, like the sleepless nights, like 2-3 days without food while they still training, the mental torment, like you think about that, it's just like, yo, but it's preparing you for something bigger. Yeah. It's preparing you for war. You know what I'm saying? So I want to be mighty. Like, I want to be strong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be powerful, but it's just like, okay, but with that, do you know what you have to endure? And so when we talk about thankfulness, I could talk about all the cute things I'm thankful for, the land we secured and other plans we got and money and all of that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm really thankful for growth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to stay true to next level living, right? And that's the constant pursuit to be everything that God has called you to be.
right.
I'm gonna be different in 23.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna be the same Jay, Deani. Like, for real, I'm gonna be different next year. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be another level. And in 2024, there should be a whole nother evolution and level for me there. And so I'm learning to trim the fat. I'm learning to, trim relationships. I'm learning to keep the main thing, and keep my perspective right and keep growing.
I love it.
Yeah, just like that. Yep. So, Chris, what are you thinking, you know what I'm saying, from this season that you're in now, you know what I'm saying? How has that shifted your mindset when it comes to, what to expect next year?
Oh, I think the biggest thing that I've gotten back by this new season is my spirit. And letting it still be light without carrying other people's heaviness. And so I think a lot of the times I wasn't able to move the way that I wanted to in my purpose because I was allowing other people to dampen my spirit. But once my spirit gets this full light, it's gonna be a game changer. Like, I'm already seeing, like, even in interactions, everyday interactions with people, I'm just like speaking to them, I'm like, oh, thank you, like, you made my day. And that's the person I am. But when I'm not, and I'm carrying all this other baggage, I can't even have a regular conversation with people because I'm so in my head about everything else that's going on. So this next year, I'm looking forward to really just living in that light of my spirit.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I love that.
What about you, Mikey?
And just introduce me by my name real quick, Jay. Nah, I'm not about to play with him. What's my name? What's my name, bro?
Mikey.
Oh my gosh. See,
No.
Okay, all right.
Big Mike.
Big Mike Moss.
Here we go.
Sensitive.
Crystal? Oh, for
Golly.
real? See, every
I'm trying
time
to set you up to go deep with
Nah,
it, bro. Why
no.
can't you just go with it?
because I don't like the subliminal. And
It's not subliminal.
And I be trying not to talk about your triceps, and when you tell me it's been enough, I let it go, don't I? But you put that Y on there, and I'm like,
All right.
What was that?
all right, for sure. See, y'all, we be getting the brotherhood mixed up in this. So it'd be hard to focus, because I'd be like, all right, my brother playing with me. Now I gotta, whatever.
He was what?
He was playing with me.
Playing with you.
What'd I say?
Pause.
Oh, why she make me repeat it so many times? Like, that's what did it. Like, that's what did it, y'all. If we go viral over this, I'm serious. I'm gonna cancel myself. Like, don't do that.
I've been
do
around
not
y'all too
repost
long.
that. Okay.
So Mike, what's your season that you're going through now and your areas of growth of what you're thankful for? Like, what do you believe in that's going to produce next year?
The season that I'm currently preparing myself right now is acceptance. That's it.
Accepting what?
Accepting what it is that God's already having me to do. Like, God is growing me while I'm resisting. God is going to take my life to the next level once I accept what it is he's putting on my plate. I got 2 sisters over there that be in my head. Like, they don't tell me no lies. I only fight them on what I don't want to do. I'm not unclear. It's just a lot of us, and I'm gonna just keep it 100. Like, a lot of us out there aren't growing because you're blind to your assignment. You're blind because you aren't accepting it and allowing it to do what it's gonna do. Like, you're not allowing it to grow you. And there is a discomfort that comes with acceptance. There's a release of control that comes with acceptance. And my comfort zone has meant more to me in certain places than my growth. And so for me, I've seen God unlock bits and pieces of myself as I started to relinquish control. God gave me this year something I was holding on to so tightly once I gave it to him. Last year, I was supposed to move to Atlanta. And I was planning to come to Atlanta. And the hardest thing for me was to let go of my job. And when I decided to let go of my job, there were things that happened that were out of my control that allowed me to keep it. I don't even know if we talked about that on the podcast. But
I was just thinking you ghosted me.
What?
And not the ghost like
okay.
who everybody say you look like. I mean, like, I thought you was just ghosting me.
No, I wasn't ghosting you, bro.
So do tell.
I was preparing myself to be ready for the moment where it was time for it to happen. And through situations that happened that was outside of myself, the company was going in a direction where I had to delay something I was ready for. And I can't tell you how when I broke the news to my family, I was just like, all right, y'all, yeah, I got to wait a little bit longer. He was like, you get to keep your job? And I was like, yeah. I was like, Jay actually told me I could do both. And they was like, you lying. Like because they were trusting me with my process, but accepting a sacrifice that comes with the benefits that they get from me being in this position. God is not trying to take away from you what you want from you. He just has something bigger for you than you have ever imagined. So God has blessed me with what he's blessed me with and still is giving me what he's already had planned for me because I was able to say, you know what, God, your will, your way. And he gave me both of the things that matter, but he wants them to be in alignment. And he still wants me to be ready to let it go when the time is necessary. But I just need to make sure that I'm doing it in his steps and not my own. See, last year I was just like, all right, Jay, I know you want me to come down here, but is there a way that I was trying to control it. I needed to control it because I didn't know how to make one work without the other. But God was just like, I ain't gonna say it. God did. But God was like, I got you. Like, I got you. Trust me. And then this next season, I know that God has me, and I'm going to embrace accepting the darkness that comes from following until the light is put in that situation, regardless if he chooses to do it or not. So yeah, acceptance for me, bro.
So you moving to Atlanta or no?
You tell me.
Okay. Okay.
That pressure on you.
It.
That pressure on you. You say your word. We outside.
Yeah, bet.
And I appreciate the way you broke that down, because at first I was like, acceptance, what do you mean? And then once you broke it down, it was like, yeah, it's similar to what we're kind of also, saying that we've been going through this year. It's just accepting, like, there is a change that needs to happen.
Absolutely.
And so, yeah.
And
cool.
I think a lot of times when people pass a test, they think that doesn't work for another area of their life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
right.
you say the word acceptance, is like, oh God, well, I did accept that this year. Yeah, but you see that thing that you're hiding.
Constant pursuit.
But you see that thing that you're
Constant
putting behind you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the picture. I don't know. A lot of us may be familiar with the picture. Have y'all seen that picture online where there's a man, I guess he's supposed to be Jesus, and he has like a robe on. He has this big old thing behind his back.
Huge teddy bear.
Huge teddy bear behind his back. And the little girl's like heartbroken, holding on to her little bear because he's asking for her little broken, torn up little bear. And she's crying because she doesn't want to give up this thing that means the most to her. But he has a big, beautiful, brand new thing to bless her with. And she has to let it go before he gives it. And I feel like a lot of times we can be the judge of what that is in our life. Like, you know what your little bear is, your little broken, disgusting, torn up thing that you're trying to keep together.
That boy said disgusting.
It's disgusting. Think about it, y'all. The kid's blanket, the baby blanket when they're born, and it's like their security thing, they drag it everywhere.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
And it's
but
hard.
only from adults' perspective can we see clearly how nasty that is.
Right.
I'm a flight attendant, y'all. These kids drag these things barefoot on the plane through all these different things. I see people leave stuff in the seat back pockets. These little kids are putting their blankets all on everything and dragging it through every single situation that was on their from flights from before. They don't even know the mess that they're dragging their blanket into. You don't even know the mess that you're bringing your past into by not letting it go.
Yeah.
It's making an effect of getting worse. It doesn't stay the same, it's worse. And God is trying to trade you out that for something that you have to, he's trying to trade you out for something that's way bigger, but you have to accept and trust that he has your best interest at heart, even when he's not telling you how he's going to do it.
And I think, and to wrap it up, I think that is the challenge that we all have to believe, is that, God knows what's best for us. He knows what we need. It's not always going to be fun. You know what I'm saying? It's not always going to be nice. And when you a little kid and you sick, you got to take some medicine. Like, sometimes that medicine might be nasty. If folks be like, I got to eat vegetables, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got to drink water. Like, you like, that's not what I want, you know what I'm saying, as a child. But a parent, it's like, but I know what you need. You know what I'm saying? And so though we are all in different seasons where we're not experiencing what we want, God is ultimately like, I got you here because I know what you need.
Right.
And I believe as we release whatever we got to release, it might be monetary, it might be comfort, it might be relationships, it might be habits, it might be things we made a God. But those things that we have to release, it puts us in a position to be able to receive. So, man, I'm grateful for you all. I'm grateful for our podcast listeners out there. I'm grateful for everybody that taps in weekly, to all of our next levelers. And I'm looking forward to seeing what God does for us in this new season, man. We'll see y'all the week after Thanksgiving. Let's get it.
I'm on another level.